Very good morning, students, and Jai Hind. I am Adesh with my subject accountancy, chapter 4 change in profit sharing ratio among existing partners. And today's topic is revaluation of assets and reassessment of liabilities. Actually, when the partners change their profit share ratio, so according to that, they have to do some adjustment, and in those adjustment, till now we have completed to calculate the gaining and sacrifice ratio of the partners, accounting treatment of goodwill, revaluation, reserves, and accumulated profit or loss. These 3 points till now we have covered, but today we having the fourth point, that is revaluation of assets and reassessment of liabilities. First of all, actually, what is the revaluation and what is the reassessment? These two things we have need to be know first of all, and then we will learn to do the treatment of these assets and liabilities in partnership firm when they change, when the partners change their profit share ratio. So revaluation means when assets revalued at a particular time period, at a particular time. जब कोई एसेट्स को हम दोबारा से रीवैल्यू करते हैं, उसकी दोबारा से वैल्यूएशन करते हैं, दैट इज़ द रीवैल्यूएशन, एंड इट इज़ डन ऑन ए स्पेसिफिक टाइम और ऑन ए पर्टिकुलर डेट. एक पर्टिकुलर डेट को या एक पर्टिकुलर टाइम में जब उसका हम दोबारा से वैल्यू निकालते हैं, दैट थिंग इज़ द रिवैल्यूएशन. वाई वी डू इट? वी डू because, for example, we purchase a building before 5 years in 10 lakh of rupees, but today the value may be increase or decrease in that particular building. So according to today's value, incoming partners or gaining or sacrificing partner will provide amount to the firm and taking from the firm according to their new profit share ratio. So that's why what is the variation in between the value of the assets? So that variation will be distributing among the partners in their old profit share ratio, and if they want to they don't want to change any value of any assets and liabilities, so then they will adjust according to their gaining and sacrifice ratio. Okay, so here is assets revaluation. Assets revaluation says means एसेट्स की दोबारा से वैल्यू निकालना एंड रीअसेसमेंट ऑफ लाइबिलिटीज. सिमिलरली 5 years before we have taken loan from the bank and that loan is showing 5 lakh of rupees. So what is the today's value is having of that particular loan? So according to that, the incoming partner or the gaining or the sacrificing partner will contribute according to that value, the according to present value. So that's why we have need to revalue the assets and reassessment of liabilities. So here are some conditions for that, some condition under which we have to do the treatment or we have to do the transactions related to revaluation of assets and reassessment of liabilities. Here is revaluation of assets and reassessment reassessment of liabilities. So what the treatment we have to do, there may be different condition, so then the treatment will be, if value of assets increased at the time of as value of assets is increased, so then what the treatment will be there. If assets are increased, then they will be debit, and if assets are decreased, then they will be credit. Okay, so here assets is increasing, so that's why assets account debit increased value. Okay, increased value to revaluation account. Increased value means if the earlier value was 10,000 and now the present value is 15,000, so we will subtract this and the balance 5,000 will increased value. Okay, so we will show the 15,000 of rupees here, sorry, 5,000 rupees here. Now you confirm the increased value, so the difference in the present value and the earlier value, only the increased value we will write here. Okay, next condition, second, if value of assets decreased, then assets is decreased, so assets will be credit and revaluation account debit to that particular assets account. Decreased value. Okay, if there are some unrecorded assets also there, some unrecorded assets means we did not record and we have not recorded assets in the balance sheet, but when we doing the revaluation, so at that time we find some assets which were not recorded in our balance sheet, so now they have to record. If unrecorded assets are now have to record. Okay, if some assets are there which earlier was not recorded but now we have to record, then that's assets will debit, assets account debit, and to revaluation account. Okay, these three adjustment entry will be there at the time of change in profit sharing ratio or reconstitution of the partnership firm. Now if we have to do the entry related to reassessment of liabilities. So according to liabilities, first condition may be there, and it will be the fourth adjustment related to liability. If value of liabilities increased, okay, if there is any value in the liability and now that value is increased, क्रेडिटर हमारे लास्ट टाइम 10,000 के थे, अब वो 12,000 के हो गए हैं, तो 2,000 रुपीज़ इंक्रीज, 2,000 इज इंक्रीज, देन इट इज़ अ लॉस फॉर द फर्म। मेरी फर्म के लिए लॉस है, तो लाइबिलिटी इंक्रीज़ हो रही है तो लाइबिलिटी क्रेडिट हो जाएगी, और लॉस है तो लॉस डेबिट हो जाएगा। लॉस किसके नाम से होगा? रिवैल्यूएशन के नाम से। वाई रिवैल्यूएशन अकाउंट? बिकॉज रिवैल्यूएशन अकाउंट इज अ नॉमिनल अकाउंट। ओके, one marks question may be asked. So the nature of revaluation account is nominal account. Okay, so here the value is increase in liability, so then revaluation account debit and to that liability account. Okay, next, fifth point, if value of liability decrease, if value of liability is decreased, then liability will debit and revaluation will credit. So liability account debit and to revaluation account. Okay, and sixth point is, if unrecorded liability are there, now have to record. अब वो हमें रिकॉर्ड करनी है, तो लाइबिलिटी इंक्रीज हो रही है, तो दैट मीन्स रीवैल्यूएशन account debit and to that liability, unrecorded liability account. Okay, so these will be the journal entry related to the revaluation of assets and reassessment of liability, and the balance is there. If there is any balance related to the revaluation, so if there is credit balance is more comparison to debit, so then revaluation account will debit and partners capital account will credit. Okay, when credit balance is then the debit balance, so then journal entry, and then that revaluation balance is transferred to partners capital account. So revaluation account will debit, revaluation account debit, and it is transferred to partners capital or current account, only the balancing value in old ratio. Okay, next, if debit is greater than credit, डेबिट ज़्यादा आता है तो एंट्री विल बी रिवर्स, मीन्स पार्टनर्स कैपिटल और करंट अकाउंट debit into revaluation account. ओल्ड रेशियो के अकॉर्डिंग डिस्ट्रीब्यूट होंगे जो भी बैलेंसिंग वैल्यू होगी. ओके, सो या तो ये कंडीशन होगी या फिर ये कंडीशन होगी जब भी हम ये रिवैल्यूएशन से रिलेटेड ट्रांजेक्शन्स को पास आउट कर रहे होंगे. ओके, सो I think all the entries you have learned and you maybe understand. It is no too typical and easily you can solve this type of journal entries. Now, format of revaluation is also we are going to learn what the format of the revaluation account will be there and what the transaction will be there related to the revaluation of assets and reassessment of liability. So now see the format of account, revaluation account. So let's see. Student, we have format related to revaluation account. So revaluation account, this is a debit side, particulars amount, and it is a credit side. These 4 columns we have to prepare in revaluation account. But first of all, if you're talking about the revaluation account, what is the nature of revaluation account? It is a nominal. Okay, 3 natures are there: personal, real and nominal. So it is a nominal account. Nominal account say when we have to calculate the profit or loss, income and expenditure, all these things are recorded in nominal account. So revaluation account is calculating the profit or loss. Profit, how profit? It means if assets value is increased, so that means that is the profit for the firm, and if liabilities increase, then that will be the loss of the firm. Similarly, assets decrease, that will be loss, and liability decrease, then revaluation or for the firm it is a profit. So if we have to do the transaction related to this, if the assets value is increased, so then and if the nominal account having income, so that income is credited, and if there is loss or expenses, that is debited. So according to that we have to do adjustment related to this account. If assets value is increased, so that is income for the firm, and if it is a firm, if it is an income for the firm, so that will be credit with that particular assets name. For example, the building value is increased by rupees 1 lakh, so then by building account by rupees 1 lakh, so I am writing here by assets account इंक्रीज्ड वैल्यू, जो भी वैल्यू इंक्रीज हुई है वो इंक्रीज वैल्यू यहाँ पर लिख देंगे. और अगर एसेट्स की वैल्यू में डिक्रीज होता है तो देन टू दैट पर्टिकुलर एसेट्स अकाउंट एंड देन डिक्रीज्ड वैल्यू. इफ लायबिलिटीज इंक्रीज्ड, देन पहले कम पे करना था, अब ज़्यादा पे करना, दैट इज़ लॉस. सो दैट्स वाई टू लायबिलिटीज account will be here and it is a increased value, and if it is decreased, so by liabilities account and it is decreased value. Okay, and if there is any unrecorded assets, so then that assets will be credited. Why? The new assets is found in business, so that's why the value of business is increased, and that is the benefit for the firm. So unrecorded unrecorded assets account, but now we have to record. Similarly to unrecorded liabilities account, if there, these are the transaction only which we have to do in revaluation account. Now at the last we will balancing, we will do the balancing in this. If this side total is more, so that balance we will write here, means this amount should be equal in both sides, and from this amount we will subtract this, and whatever the balance is there, so that balance we will write here. So that balance will be 2 to gain on revaluation transfer to partners capital or current account. Okay, for example, A's capital या current, B's capital or current account. The balance is left, so this balance will distribute among both the partners in old ratio. Okay, this is distribute among the partners in old ratio. Okay, if balance left in this side, so then by loss on revaluation transfer to partners capital or current account. For example, A's capital or current account, B's capital or current account. The balancing value will distribute among the partner in old ratio. This is the complete concept of revaluation account. Okay, and this account we will learn and we will solve question related to this in next chapter. Okay, admission of partner, retirement of partner, and death of the partner. In these 3 chapters and in current chapter also, we will solve question related to the revaluation account. Okay, so student, let's see, I have one question to do the solution related to that. So let's see the question and we are going to solve that. Okay, let's see. Student, this is the question which we are going to solve out related to the revaluations and different reserves also given in this question. So we are going to solve it. First of all, what the thing are given in the question and what they ask, these 2 things we have to be confirmed first from the question. So if we start to read the question, so then Anil, Manvi and Payal are partners sharing profits and losses in the ratio of 5:3:2, 5:3:2. This is the old profit share ratio. Their balance sheet as at 31st March 2020 stood as following. जो उनकी बैलेंस शीट है वो इस तरीके से दी हुई है इस डेट में. आगे बैलेंस शीट लाइबिलिटीज़ हैं एंड दीज आर द एसेट्स. नाउ दे डिसाइडेड टू शेयर profits and losses in the ratio of 2:1. It means it is the new profit share ratio. it is the new profit share ratio and it is the old profit share ratio. So these two important informations are there in this question. Now some adjustment also given is that 1st April 2020 they decided to change their profit share ratio from 1st April 2020. They agreed that ये किन किन चीज़ों पर एग्रीड होते हैं, नीचे कुछ एडजस्टमेंट है. फर्स्ट है लैंड एंड बिल्डिंग भी अप्रिशिएटेड बाय 10%. लैंड एंड बिल्डिंग भी अप्रिशिएटेड बाय 10% मीन्स जो लैंड एंड बिल्डिंग की वैल्यू है वो 10% से इंक्रीज़ हो जाएगी. इट मीन्स अगर 2,60,000 की वैल्यू है, इसका 10% 26,000 आएगा, 26,000. वो 26,000 से इसकी वैल्यू इंक्रीज़ हो जाएगी. नेक्स्ट है मशीनरी बी रिड्यूस्ड बाय 15%. मशीन की वैल्यू 15% से कम हो जाएगी, इसकी 15% निकालेंगे 3,50,000 का, तो उससे रिड्यूस कर देंगे. स्टॉक टू बी इंक्रीज्ड टू 1 लाख. स्टॉक की वैल्यू अब 1 लाख रुपए है, पहले कितनी थी 90,000. तो इट मीन्स 10,000 से इंक्रीज़ हुई है. इन्होंने कहा इंक्रीज टू का मतलब है कि इतनी वैल्यू तक इसको बढ़ाया गया है. टू और बाय में ये सबसे बड़ा कंसेप्ट है जो हमें रिमेंबर मतलब याद रखना और ध्यान रखना है इसको. नेक्स्ट वन प्रोविजंस फॉर डाउटफुल डेट बी क्रिएटेड एट द रेट 5% ऑन सन्डी डेटर. सन्डी डेटर्स पर 5% का प्रोविज़न लगाएंगे जो हमारे डाउटफुल केसेस हैं, मीन्स अभी वो पैसा हमें नहीं मिल सकता. ए क्रेडिटर्स ऑफ ₹5,000 इज नॉट टू बी क्लेम द ड्यूज. कुछ क्रेडिटर ऐसा, एक क्रेडिटर ऐसा है जो 5,000 रुपये हैं उसके फॉर्म पर, लेकिन वो उसका क्लेम नहीं कर रहा है. हैंस इट इज़ टू बी रिटर्न बैक. अब इसको हमें क्या कर देना, रिटर्न बैक कर देना है, हटा देना है वहाँ से. ए क्लेम ऑन अकाउंट्स ऑफ वर्कमैन कंपनसेशन इज़ ₹10,000. वर्कमैन कंपनसेशन गिवन है 30,000 का, जिसमें कि 10,000 का क्लेम हो रहा है, बाकी के जो 20,000 बचेंगे वो पार्टनर्स को ओल्ड रेशियो में डिस्ट्रीब्यूट कर देंगे. 7th एन एक्सपेंसेस ऑफ ₹2,000 was paid by the firm for getting the value of land and building certified for a chartered engineer. There was a chartered engineer. He revalued the land and building, and for that he charging ₹2,000 as expenses. So this is the transactions which we have to do, and what they ask in question, pass the journal entries for the above transaction. जो ऊपर की transactions हैं उनके रिगार्डिंग हमें जर्नल एंट्री पास आउट करनी है. तो सबसे पहले हमने फॉर्मेट बनाया हुआ जर्नल एंट्रीज़ का. यहाँ पर पार्टिकुलर्स लिखेंगे, particulars and their debit amount and credit amount. सबसे पहले एडजस्टमेंट से स्टार्ट करते हैं. लैंड एंड बिल्डिंग भी अप्रिशिएटेड, अप्रिशिएट मतलब इंक्रीज़ हो रही हैं तो दैट विल बी डेबिट. ओके, सो एंट्री विल लैंड एंड बिल्डिंग अकाउंट डेबिट. क्या ट्रीटमेंट होना है, कितनी वैल्यू की थी लैंड एंड बिल्डिंग, 2,60,000 की, और 10% का इंक्रीज़ हो रहा है. तो 2,60,000 मल्टीप्लाई 10% अगर हम निकालेंगे तो ये हमारा 26,000 डेबिट हो जाएगा. अभी देखते हैं कोई हमारी और ऐसी एसेट्स तो नहीं है जो इंक्रीज़ हो रही है. देखते हैं मशीनरी भी ये रिड्यूस हो रही है, नहीं आएगी. स्टॉक भी इंक्रीज टू 1 लाख. इन स्टॉक की वैल्यू कितने तक इंक्रीज़ हो रही है, 1 लाख तक. पहले कितनी थी 90,000. तो स्टॉक की वैल्यू इंक्रीज़ हो रही है 10,000 से. सो स्टॉक अकाउंट डेबिट 1 लाख माइनस 90,000, 10,000 rupees. Any other assets is also there which is increasing. So provisions on doubtful debt, it will decrease. Creditors, they are reducing, and a claim on workman account of workman compensation ये नहीं आएगा, and expenses ये नहीं आएगा. So to revaluation account, so total 36,000 we can write over here. Okay, so being increase in value of land and building and stock recorded. Okay, this is the narration. Student, you can write narrations because in 11th class most of the narrations we have written, and you know very well how can we record the narration. Okay, so I will skip the narrations in journal entries. So now machinery be reduced, so revaluation account will debit. Revaluation account debit. Regarding this account debit, and 2 machinery account decreasing, so machinery account will be credit. मशीनरी अकाउंट 15% रिड्यूस हो रहा है. मशीन वैल्यू है 3,50,000. सो 3,50,000 का अगर हम 15% निकालेंगे तो क्या बैलेंस आएगा हमारा? 52,000. This will be credit 52,500. Okay, and next stock already done. This adjustment we have done, this we have done, and this also we have done. And next one is provisions for doubtful debt. So provision for doubtful debt अगर हमारे चार्ज हो रहे हैं तो it means it will be provision for doubtful debt account. So 5% will charge on debtor. Debtor are 1 lakh. 1 lakh into 5 upon 100. So it is 5,000. Any assets is decreasing. This one we have done. Okay, this one we have done. Any other assets? Creditor or liability, claim on workman compensation, it is liability, and expenses for the land and building, these are the expenses. Okay, so total 57,500 will write here. And next one is related to this, creditor are not claimed, so it means it is a benefit. So it means revaluation will credit. So creditors are decreasing, so creditors account debit, and 2 revaluation. Any other liabilities there which is decreasing? No one, only creditor are decreasing. Claims, it is other transaction, and expenses are other transaction. So only 5,000 amount will be there, and 5,000